Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. So in this video I want to compare some of these portable job site fans. I've been using this Ryobi for about 2 years now and I wanted to upgrade. So I went ahead and picked up the Dewalt and the Milwaukee Packout fan. In this video we're going to compare these two fans to see which one is the better fan for you. Alright, so first up, this is the Dewalt and this is the DCE 5112P1. So this was actually a kit. I picked this up with the charger and 5 amp hour battery, and this came in at a price of $149. And then over here we have the Milwaukee Packout version. So this is the 0818-20. This was the tool only, and this one was also $149. Now if you already got batteries and a charger, which I didn't have, pretty sure you still can pick up just the fan tool only, and this will be $99. Now the size difference, the Milwaukee's a tad bit taller, not by much. The difference is in the width. The Dewalt's coming in about 12 inches wide and the Milwaukee is 10 inches wide. Now with the Dewalt, battery slides right in the front, and then you got this dial over here to adjust the speed of the fan. Also, this can adjust all the way around. You can hear it has the clicking to lock it into place. Does not have an area to plug this in with an extension cord, so this isn't like a hybrid fan. It does have the bars that slide out to be able to mount this on a joist, 2x4, something like that. And then on the bottom, it does have some areas where you can mount this to some screws. Now we'll go ahead and take a look at the Milwaukee. Same style dial to adjust the fan speed. Now this doesn't have any clicking when you rotate the fan. It's more of like a tension. Go ahead and go over to the back. This is where the battery is going to install into the back. And then it does have an AC outlet, so you can use this with an extension cord. On the bottom, Milwaukee has some rubber feet here. And then also it does mount into your Packout system. Now we'll move on to the CFM. So what attracted me to the Milwaukee Packout, it states that it's up to 850 CFM. The Dewalt, 650 CFM. Also with a 5 amp hour battery, with the Dewalt, it states that you're going to get about 4.5 hours. Now with my testing, I got about 4 hours and 38 minutes. With the Milwaukee, it states that you're going to get 3 hours with a 5 amp hour battery. With my testing, I got about 3 hours and 13 minutes. All right, so next up I want to test out the fan speed with these on high. So I got a little meter here and we're going to turn this up to high. All right, so as you guys can see, we got about 15.2 for the max. Okay, now we'll go ahead and do the same test on the Milwaukee. Turn it up to high. All right, so you guys can see, max, we got 20.1. All right, guys, so for the next test, I got both fans set up about 8 foot away from the meter. We're gonna test out to see which one blows more air. All right, so I went ahead and turned on the Milwaukee, and we'll go ahead and see what the meter says. So we're looking at about 7.1 for the wind speed. And just to give you guys an idea, I got the fan on. This is the meter. And here's just a rag, a towel that I'm holding, so you guys get an idea of a visual of the amount of air that this fan is blowing. All right, we'll go ahead and do the same test on the Dewalt. I got it on high. And we'll go ahead and check the meter. And we got about 6.7 for the max speed. All right, so we'll do the same test with the rag here. So as you guys can see, decent airflow with the towel. So as you guys can see, the Dewalt's not pushing as much airflow between this distance compared to the Milwaukee. All right, so we're gonna do the same test with the towel, but we'll do it right up close. We'll do Dewalt first. And then we'll do the Milwaukee. All right, so if you guys are wondering how noisy these fans are, pulled up a dB meter up on my phone. We're gonna stand about 5 feet away. We'll start off with the Dewalt, turn it on high. So as you guys can see, we're hovering right around 60 dBs. Now we'll do the same thing with the Milwaukee. So as you guys can see, the Milwaukee's a little bit louder, hovering between 62 and 63 dBs. All right, guys, so I want to run another test. Since the Dewalt fan speed is a little bit lower, so we had it at 15.2 was the measurement for the fan speed. What I did is I turned down the Milwaukee to be comparable to what the high setting is on the Dewalt. So the closest I could get the Milwaukee was right about 15.8, so still running a little bit faster than what the Dewalt is. Turned it down a little bit. I guess you could say that's maybe about 80%, 75%, and I started the timer. So on the timer, we're approaching almost 2 hours right now. I want to see how long the Milwaukee is going to run on a 5 amp hour battery, if it actually will run longer than the Dewalt does. With my testing, Dewalt was at about 4 hours and 38 minutes. We're gonna see what the Milwaukee will do with it being set at a comparable fan speed of what Dewalt is on high. All right, guys, so the 5 amp hour battery just died in the Milwaukee, and we're gonna check the time here. Look at this. I think you guys might be a little surprised. We're looking at 6 hours and 13 minutes. That this Milwaukee ran at approximately about 75%. I actually marked a line on the dial here, but I'm going to say that was roughly about 75%. Ran for 6 hours and 13 minutes on a 5 amp hour battery, running a little bit higher wind speed than the Dewalt on high. All right, guys, so just a quick demonstration of both of these fans. Nothing too scientific. Me personally, I definitely can notice a lot more airflow coming out of the Milwaukee compared to the Dewalt. For me, I'm actually going to take a Dewalt fan back, and I'm keeping the Milwaukee just because I like the amount of airflow that's coming out of this. I did do some testing on a 3 amp hour battery, and with this on high, it lasted about an hour and like 30 minutes, so an hour and a half. I didn't have any other batteries to test out with the Dewalt, only the 5 amp hour battery that came with it. So there you go, guys. If you're in the market for one of these fans, those are going to be the pros and the cons. Hopefully you guys found some value comparing these two fans. If you did, smash that like button. If you guys like what I'm doing on my channel, make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell. Till the next one, guys, I will talk to you later.